Okay, here is wild blackberry. This is Himalayan blackberry. It is non-native, it is invasive, but the berries on this plant are a lot bigger than from our native blackberries. So, and it grows here in huge quantities. There's tons of it all along this whole hedge line. But anyway, Himalayan blackberry. Okay, this is sword fern. It is another relatively useful plant. You can use the leaves and stalk, like all of these things, for a roof, for a shelter, and you can also eat the roots as a starvation food. They're not very good, but they are edible. Like you can eat them in a in an emergency. Okay, there is some trailing blackberry. So this is the other type of blackberry that we have here. This is the native type. It is our only native blackberry, and it produces small berries with a lot of flavor. So this is a preferred flavor, but the Himalayan blackberries are definitely bigger, so you don't have to pick as many to make a pie or whatever. But yeah, so trailing blackberry, also known as hiker's barbel. Okay, that is Salao. All of these leaves that are out here. But Salao, I'm not sure if you can eat the roots. I doubt it, but the berries are very good. The First Nations would dry them into patties, into cakes, and to eat for winter. But the berries can also be made into jellies. Some people make them into wine, and they are also very good eaten raw. They've got a lot of moisture in them. They're quite juicy. So yeah, that is Salao. Okay, this little plant here is called Oregon grape. It is similar to Salao in that it has a blue berry, but these berries are very bitter and tart and sour. They're not very good eating raw, but they make very good jams and jellies, and they make quite delicate flavored wine. Apparently, I didn't know that, but that's Oregon grape. Okay, here is a young cedar tree. Cedar is not edible. In fact, it is poisonous. But the bark from cedar makes very good cordage, as well as the roots. The branches and these leaf needle things make very good shelter roof and thatching for stuff, especially for an outer layer on a debris hut. Makes it nice and waterproof. But yeah, cedar. Okay, this tree here is a birch tree. Birch is another very useful tree. You can eat the sap, you can tap it, and the sap makes very good wine. Or one thing that I know lots of people do is they'll freeze it into ice cubes, and then they'll put it in a liquor drink, and it apparently makes it so it doesn't water it down. It sort of sweetens it, and it makes it really nice. The bark can also be used as a fire starter, and if you see, sometimes there'll be clumps like that, like some of those black lumps, and sometimes there'll be fresh sap oozing out of them, and that, if you boil it down, makes a nice fire starter as well. Like if you soak the birch bark in it or paper in it, it burns really well. But yeah, birch. Okay, this small tree here is a maple tree. It is a broadleaf maple. It's quite young, but broadleaf maple also have a lot of uses. You can use some of the branches occasionally to weave baskets. The actual poles make very nice bows, self bows and stuff. And you can also eat the flowers. The flowers are actually edible. I didn't know that until recently, but you can eat them cooked or raw in different ways. So yeah, broadleaf maple.